Government prioritizing distribution of smart devices to schools. Prime Minister congratulates 46th President-elect of the United States of America and pledges assistance to those affected by heavy rains. You're watching Jamaica House Weekly. I'm Anthony Morgan. Prime Minister Andrew Holness was in the St. Andrew West Central area this past week, handing out devices to aid in virtual learning. He handed over 45 tablets at Drews Avenue Primary and Infant School, while students at Seaward Primary and Junior High received 48 tablets. Mr. Holness said though there had been some disquiet about the speed at which tablets were being distributed, he reasoned that the issue was not unique to the island.
These devices have to be manufactured overseas, that the global supply chains have been disrupted, and that they are now highly in demand all over the world. People want them, and therefore you're going to find that the prices of these devices may exhibit some movement upward.
The devices are part of the Tablets in School program being executed by eLearning Jamaica. So far, over 20,000 of the 40,000 devices have been distributed. Prime Minister Holness used the handover ceremony to give instructions about the tablets being issued.
I want us to, and I'm not saying take a step back, but I want us to be absolutely certain that the devices that we are getting meet those computing and durability requirements. They are also easy to operate, and these are devices that can be integrated in the long term in our teaching and learning practices in Jamaica.
In the meantime, Mr. Holness is imploring parents to keep their sick children home once the pilot for face-to-face learning gets underway.
If your child is ill, then you have to ensure that based upon the Disaster Risk Management Act and the orders in that act, that you don't send an ill child to school. And I use the term ill because if it is any flu-like symptoms, you should err on the side of caution and not send that child to school, get medical attention before you venture. Because we know that there are some parents who will just carry the child to the school gate, leave the child, and take off.
To properly plan for the safe reopening of schools, the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information has selected 17 institutions for a pilot project to test its feasibility. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has pledged to mobilize resources to flood-affected communities across the island. Rains in recent weeks have wreaked havoc on the island's infrastructure, washing away roads, marooning communities, and causing major damage to roadways.
The government is already mobilized. We have already made some allocations to do the immediate response. We are watching this new set of rains now very carefully. I'm really hoping that it does not create any further damage than what was created a week or so ago. We will do another assessment by next week, and we will probably have to update our calculations that we made regarding damage assessments, and we may very well have to do further reallocations in our budget.
On the weekend, the Prime Minister congratulated the 46th President and Vice President-elect of the United States of America. Joseph Biden and Kamala Harris were announced Saturday as the winners of the election. In congratulating the duo, Mr. Holness noted that the United States would have its first woman and person of color as Vice President, who is also of Jamaican heritage. The Prime Minister also expressed a hope for continued strong bilateral relations with the island's largest trading partner. And on Sunday, Mr. Holness extended heartfelt condolences to the wife and children of Constable Kirkland Plummer, who was killed in Harwood, Clarendon. Preliminary reports indicate that Constable Plummer was responding to illegal gun salutes at a party in the parish when he was attacked. The Prime Minister said the perpetrators of this heinous act would be relentlessly pursued and brought to justice. And that's it for Jamaica House Weekly. Be sure to join us next time for more of the news stories coming out of the office of the Prime Minister.